In the vast world of the expanded universe, there exist a number of beings, creatures, and entities that capture what fans love most about Star Wars. Among this group of beings is the enigmatic creature known as the Null Null, a malevolent organism that stands out as a haunting and terrifying presence within the lore, and the subject of today's video. The Null Null is an ancient creature that resides deep in the unknown regions in the distant world of Mnggal. It is believed that this creature had been alive for more than 30,000 years, and it was even rumored to be of extraterrestrial in origin. Its raw form was described to be a grey goo-like substance that was able to take any shape or form it desired. The entity had no visible limitations to the forms it could take, as it could have ranged from anything like a small puddle to an entire ocean that covered the planet in this grey substance. As far as we know, the Null Null was truly one of a kind, but the most terrifying aspect of this being was the insidious nature that it possessed. The Null Null rooted itself deep in the core of Mnggal that was once rumored to be teeming with life. After the Null Null took over the planet, all life on Mnggal was destroyed, and to this day remains a lifeless husk floating through the vacuum of space. The creature had the ability to possess any living being, perhaps from any galaxy, and manipulate them to serve its will. The disturbing aspect of this is that the Null Null would still have control of these beings even after they were gone. The creature exhausted its host bodies until the very end and would discard them like garbage once they decayed. The Null Null would eat away at the victim's insides, leaving only the grey substance that now kept the body alive. The grey goo would work its way into infecting multiple host bodies willfully. The bodies themselves shared a connection through a hive mind that would allow the Null Null to be anywhere and everywhere in the galaxy while keeping its hold on the victims intact. Those who claimed that the entity spoke to them would fill their journals documenting their encounters and what they learned from them. The creature often preferred to speak in metaphors. It enjoyed stringing along the hopeful and gullible, which would cause them to lower their guard. The creature recounted fabled tales that only the Null Null itself could confirm. From this we come to learn that it had supposedly lived through a time dating back to the Celestials and witnessed them withdraw from the galaxy. With the beings of this time long forgotten, no one could ever confirm what the Null Null claims to be true, which led most to believe that they were being entirely deceived by the creature's tales. The answer as to what motivates the Null Null to want to spread its influence across the galaxy is actually more sinister than what most have been able to discover. There is no evidence that suggests that the creature needs to inhabit others for its survival. In reality, the Null Null has no need to possess anyone in order to survive. It simply chooses to do so just because it can. The Null Null took control and eventually killed these beings simply for its own lazy amusement. It took great pleasure in the pain that it inflicted upon others when it would invade its host. The pain was not just physical but psychological as well. The entity knew how to push the emotional buttons of other beings to persuade them to do its bidding. It would convince them to commit atrocious acts, whether it be to themselves or directed upon others. It is clear that the Null Null desires to control everything, and according to the archives of the Unknown Regions role-playing guidebook, the malignant entity has laid its claim to a few thousand worlds within the cosmic helix of the galaxy, which it appears to have inhabited far longer than the beings that it now preyed upon. This is the end of this video, but I'm eager to learn of your opinion regarding the Null Null, and could we ever see it brought to life in some way in the future, whether it be through animation or live action? Also, don't forget to like the video, and if you enjoy lore videos that cover the expanded universe exclusively, then feel free to subscribe and join our ever-expanding order as I continue to cover more knowledge from all eras of the EU. As always, my friends, be safe and may the Force be with you, and I hope to see you back in a later video.